Vivek Ramaswamy hoping to pull off a wild card win here in Iowa. Despite recent polling showing his support in the Hawkeye state is still stuck in the single digits. His campaign promised to visit all of the state's 99 counties twice. Well, he definitely did that. He almost lapped himself. Could it be the key to pulling off an upset win? Well, joining us now is Vivek's wife, Apoorva Ramaswamy, and it is great to be here with you. It's interesting because I imagine when you got married, you did not anticipate that this would be your life. So how has that been for you to all of a sudden now you're on the campaign trail, raising your children? I understand your youngest learned to walk on the campaign trail?
Yes, exactly. You know what? Having toddlers is always an adventure, but definitely more so when we're traveling around the country. So it's been a lot of fun. It really has.
What do you think, from where I come from, I think this is the way you learn about America. You know, how many events? 300 events? So your husband's done. You've been to dozens and dozens of them. What do you think Iowa's taught you about America, about the system?
You know what? What has been so beautiful is how many people share our values. I think when you're in your own kind of silo, you think you're alone. And what going to so many events all over this country, and especially here in Iowa, has taught us how similar we are, how similar we are as Americans, and how many shared values we have.
Wow.
One of the things that happened yesterday is President Trump took a shot at Vivek. That was one of the first times that he'd done that. This is what he wrote on Truth Social. He said, Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly, but a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. Did this give you an indication that maybe Vivek has a little bit more of a hold here in Iowa than others thought?
I mean, he has done, like we said, 390 events, more than any other candidate combined. And the excitement we are seeing on the ground is infectious, really is. You know, most candidates, Republican candidates, have about 2 to 3% people who are new to the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Our support is over 40%. So the polls cannot represent where our support lies. And I'm so proud of Vivek for having a message that resonates with voters from so many different backgrounds.
He's been very successful in his private business life, and he's put a lot of that money to work in this campaign. I just want to share, call for number 4. This is the amount of money that each campaign has spent here in Iowa. In the last week, Nikki Haley, $3.6 million. Ron DeSantis at $2 million, Donald Trump 1.8, and Vivek's way back there at 40,000.
Yeah.
What is this grassroots sort of reach that he's trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, we are not doing this with super PAC money. This is our own money, and we are spending it wisely. So we're looking at the data. Actually going to events more than any other candidate combined, that is where we're investing our time and our money. And also in the new media. So much of what happens, so much of that voter engagement happens in social media these days, and that's where a lot of this is happening too.
You work in, you're a doctor, you
Yes.
work in healthcare, and I'm curious, as you've talked to people in Iowa or elsewhere, as he's been campaigning, I mean, the anxiety people have around healthcare, access to it, the financing of it, how they're going to pay for insurance going up, afraid that they'll lose their job and lose their insurance. How much does that affect you when you think about your choice to go in to medicine and looking at what could be done to actually try to fix things?
Oh, it's such a big problem. I was still very young when the Affordable Care Act was passed. And, you know, a lot of us were really hopeful at the time. I think everyone would love to have more people being able to access health care. Unfortunately, what happened that it became a legislation that was sponsored by healthcare insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies, people who owned hospitals, not actual everyday citizens, and that's who it really benefits.
Did you hear about anxiety when you were talking to people?
Every day, multiple times a day. They are struggling, people are struggling, and they need help.
Was there one issue that seemed to pop, whether it's healthcare or immigration or inflation? Like when they show up at one of your husband's events, what's at the top of their list?
Unfortunately, there are anxieties in multiple different issues because people feel assaulted that in so many different domains, they don't feel like the government is representing their needs. So yes, immigration, yes, healthcare, yes, the fact that priorities of other people who are not American are being prioritized over Americans' healthcare and their safety.
Well, your husband has a chance to surprise a lot of people And we'll see whether or not that happens.
Yeah, the voters.
Apoorva, thank you for your time.
It's
Thank
great
to see you again.
See you again. It was so brief in California, so nice to see you again.
Good to see
Good luck to your kids.
As we are talking.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.